Knowing that you need to buy time and wait for the next lotto drawing, you borrow money, now from the only source that will lend it to you, the mob. They tell you that you'll have to pay them a much higher interest rate than usual, and you'll have to pay it all back by the end of the week. No problem, you think. You'll find a way. I just need some breathing room. You take the money, confident in your delusional belief that the massive lottery jackpot is yours after the next drawing. Well, while you're waiting, you take your wife out to the casino and lose all of the mob's money. The next day, the lotto numbers are drawn and you've lost. Now you owe your creditors thousands. You face jail time for cheating. And worse, Vinny will be knocking on your door at the end of the week to collect. One way or another, Vinny always gets paid. This is where America now finds herself. Our solution has been to ward off Vinny and the others by essentially breaking more laws. We are cranking up our printing presses at breakneck speed, something that is akin to counterfeiting, given the fact that we have absolutely no collateral to support any of that money. Our strategy isn't that far off from the one used by doctors who fight cancer. They literally inject poison into cancerous cells with the hope that the poison kills the cancer before the cancer kills the patient. It's a very delicate balance with potentially fatal results. But doctors take precautions. They have a game plan. They have an exit strategy. We don't. We're treating our cancer with massive doses of chemo, and it's killing us. There is no balance, there is no plan, there's no exit strategy. And yet, despite a track record of terrible, life-threatening decisions, we continue seeing the same doctors. When do we realize it's time to find a completely new kind of treatment? And the worst part is that the snakes responsible for this scheme know that it's not going to work. Why? Because it never has. But they also know that unlike private corporations or businesses, countries don't go bankrupt because governments can always print more money to satisfy their debts. Ask the Germans who lived in the final days of the Weimar Republic, or the Africans presently trying to survive day-to-day in Zimbabwe if hyperinflation is real. Just as in America today, these countries both believed that hyperinflation couldn't happen to them, or that they could contain its awful consequences. They were wrong. So-called experts cite the historical consequences of grotesque overspending, but then go on to conclude that our own destiny will be different from those who previously went down this same path. I'm sorry, did I miss something here? Isn't the definition of insanity doing the same thing over and over, but expecting a different result? Spending too much money and purchasing our own debt devalues our dollar, the inevitable consequence of which is that it will take more of them to buy what we want. That's called inflation, and it is the one law of nature that the powers that be will soon not be able to ignore. The legacy to our children need not be a lifetime of servitude to our country's creditors. But the insanity must end now. The time available to save our country will run out well before the money does.